Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Friday, September the 28th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Hey, I guess this is the last day of September for trading. Any questions for me? You can use this email address, and this is a link to get into our free room. 100% free. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, and I get live on the mic at 9:05, and I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays, 3 o'clock on Fridays. This is a subscription link. You'll see a promo code, 15% off either the first month of a standard or premium service or the first year of our standard or premium service. Well, 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 what a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. IGC. So, this has been awfully fun in the last week or so, actually a little earlier than that. Yeah, if you don't know this one at all, let me show you on the daily, and you'll probably choke. So this one, what's the date today? So today is September 20th. This is August 20th, so a little over a month ago, even this day right there. So about a month ago. And I actually remember in the room somebody saying, "Hey, Barry, this popped right here." And I go, "Oh, whatever." "Oh, Barry, it popped right here." Now, I have to admit, once it made it over a dollar, anything that makes it over a dollar starts to get my attention. It's a low float situation, 27 million in the float. But, again, didn't really pay that much attention to it, and it pulled back, and it looked like it was just going to, go back under a dollar again. Well, look what it hit today. So remember now, 748, and this was about 50 cents about a month ago. So what's that, 10, say 15 times. Now, of course, it's to do with the cannabis sector, and I guess this is a little beverage company, I think, CBDs. I think it is, well, it's medical cannabis. Yeah, well, anyway, you can look at what it is. The other reason I really didn't take a look at it that closely is because it's in the States, and I'm concentrating way more on the Canadian cannabis stocks because, again, that October 17th date is looming, only about 3 weeks away, in which cannabis is legal in Canada. So I've been kind of focusing on the Canadian stocks that have dual listings, one on have listing on Toronto and NASDAQ or even the OTC. So I wasn't really that interested in this one. And you saw this happen and then, oh, okay, now it's over. Anyway, long-winded of my explanation by saying that I ended up taking this one in the pre-market. Now, one of the reasons I took it, I saw this action here, and I just said, okay, is there any specific news on it? I mean, I know that they were saying that the news they had entered into an agreement. To enter hemp CBD infused. So that's kind of the rage right now, basically infusing drinks with CBD. And so I looked at that, but then I also saw that some analysts put a $12 price target on it. Now, listen, just because an analyst puts any sort of a price target on it doesn't mean it's going to get there. But I kind of thought, you know what, other traders are going to be looking at that. They're going to see the news from yesterday, and this was a nice pop in the after hours. It was holding in the pre-market. So I ended up taking this one at I think it was 550. Actually, it was 540 right there. Took it right at 540. It actually went down here, and I thought, oh, well, are you a little early? And then it came right back up. And then once the market opened, it just, now, a little bit of froth in that first 15 minutes, but then it hit all the way up there. I did sell some here on the way up, and I sold some on the way down. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to hold. I don't think I'm going to swing it. The other one that we got into in the room was NBEV, which is the same sort of thing, another little beverage company, probably doing the CBDs. A lot of us, now some took it earlier than I did, of course, but I got into this one right here at 505. I sold some at 542 and some up here, and I still have some left. So we'll see if this one has any more oomph in it. Again, the same sort of thing. Look at the daily chart. It's had just an incredible run. Not as much as the other one, the IGC. It has 31 million in the float. The other one has 24 million. So, I mean, they're sort of equivalent floats. But anyway, just incredible runs on these cannabis plays right now. And you know what? I mean, there's really nothing more to talk about. I mean, that was really the excitement in the room. However, I do want to talk about the low floaters on the move. Now, I don't know if I click on this, is it going to disappear? No. Okay. So this is something that I kind of resurrected a couple of days ago. Take a look at this one. Now the rose, when I saw it, I thought I did. I no, I'll be upfront. I didn't trade any of these. The sin, I kind of saw it a little bit later, a couple of minutes later. But I was so concentrating on the IGC that didn't want to take my eye off it. The rose had done a financing. I think I saw that one immediately, right when the market opened, and I discounted it completely because they did a financing at 616 or 610. But look at what happened with sin. I mean, let me get to a. I better back this out and get to a 15-minute time chart. Oops, 15-minute chart. Look what happened to this one. Low float. Now, I don't know if we have 312,000 in the float. Now, whether that number is absolutely accurate, it's going to be a low float. Why it has a low float is because it did several reverse splits along the way, and that's what reduces the overall share number of shares and the float. So look what happened. I mean, there was the alert at 266, only 3 minutes into the market, 266 right here, and my goodness, it gets as high as $8. Basically steady up. I mean, it had that little blip there, but basically steady up from there. So even if you'd sold a bid here, I should have got into it here. But again, I was really watching that IGC, and but look what it did. So that's that one. Now this one did nothing. The NVIV was next, really did nothing. Look at the AYTU. I mean, there's the alert at 298. It hits a high of $4, and all these are on the first 15-minute candles. This is one when I did see it, the BDR, and I actually took this one. I think it was right at 121. And I took it without looking at the daily chart. Usually I'm always looking at the daily chart, but I wanted to hop into this one because I'd missed all these other ones. And then I looked at the daily chart, and I guess I outsmarted myself. I looked at the daily chart and I didn't like it. It had all this, what I considered all these little areas of possible resistance. When you look at SYN, look how much different it is. I mean, there's nothing. Once it broke over this area here, I mean, there's nothing. So, BDR was very, very different. So I actually ended up trading it out almost immediately for being flat on it. And then almost right after I got out of it, it popped up here. Look at that. I mean, $1.47. I was in at 221. And I think that's about it. Typically, these really are, you can watch them early, and typically that's when you get the biggest moves on the low floaters on the move within the first, well, quite frankly, within usually the first 15 minutes. So, this one was in the first half hour, and this was just outside of half an hour. The rest of them didn't really move that much. So anyway, if you want the low floaters on the move, just email me and I'll send it off to you. So that's about it. Super exciting day again in the trading room. So I want to bring back the capture program. And again, if you have any emails for me, you just use this email address. This is the link for our free trading room, and completely free. When I say that, it is completely free, 100% free. We don't ask you for a credit card or anything. Basically, you just create a password with you go to the website where this link is, and we send you back an email. You create a password, and that's it. And you get into our room. And I open the room at 9 o'clock. So I'll open the room Monday morning at 9 o'clock. I hope to see you there. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.